Well, hello. Hello. All signs. Good to see you. What you don't see coming. We'll start right off the bat with Aries. Right off the rip with Aries. All signs what you don't see coming. That's what we get. Okay. Hope you all had a good day. Come up a little better today. Just a little better. Why not? Let's see what happens. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Oh. What doesn't Aries see coming? Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. Some of you, it's working harder at situations around you. Some of you, this has a lot to do with just getting more. You might get I almost feel like a lucky break with money, to be honest. Hold on. What else is here? Money, and you may introduce new ways to entertain. Some of you, there's a couple different themes I'm feeling on this. It's like either you're going to do better with money and success, that change is coming towards you, and you better trust that shit. Let me tell you something. That probably could be what's happening. Others of you may just change. Some of you, it's about what you spend your money on, or what you invest in. It's almost like you give me like, I'm bored with it and I want to do something new. That's very like, I want to learn something new energy. Trying to figure out what to trust and what to move towards when you do it too. Here we go. Let's go. Show me something for Aries. Oh, we got a jumper. And this is the card I saw. So I love when that shit happens. So here we go. This tells me, y'all guess. Y'all throw a guess out up in the audience for me real quick. What do you think I saw when I saw this card? I saw this before, like the majority of these cards out. When I saw this Two of Wands energy. Anybody got a guess out there? I'll wait a second. I'll drink a little Red Bull. Okay. All right. I my patience isn't that long tonight. Like, I just don't feel like waiting for YouTube to catch up, even if you're like very quick at typing. Maybe you have thrown some guesses. Journey, decisions. I see some answers, or one so far, but travel. I definitely feel travel for Aries. So some of you might want to. You give me this. I need that great escape energy. Here we go. Show me something else for Aries. What don't you see coming, Aries? You're definitely going somewhere, or going to invest in looking at going in a different direction. To me, it's about you trying to kind of map your next great adventure that's either pleasurable or pleasing to you. Here we go. More for Aries. What do we got? Some of you may do this with only a couple of friends, or do this solo. This is what it's showing me now. Some of you, when you do this, you may do this, and you may not bring anybody with you. You may make up your mind on that decision. Go have your own fucking victory kind of energy. I don't need a damn person to come with me. Nope. What do we got? What happens if that happens? Show me that for Aries. What happens if that happens? What's the message? Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. You have a very strong and sturdy energy of like, I'm not letting people really. Somebody could come towards you you've dealt with in the past. Could be an air or a water sign, by the way. Maybe fire, but definitely air or water sign, where it's almost like you don't want to hear them or their sob fucking story kind of energy. You're like, nah, I'm not stressing about that. You have this, I'm more creative, passionate about what I'm going to create, the stability I'm going towards. You're more excited about that than listening to somebody basically tell their sob story, or if they just feel like an energy that's going to deplete you, you don't want to be around it. Is what I'm picking up on this. Here we go. Anything else, Aries? Why is this card here? You got a flipper in the middle. you have an energy that shows up for me that where it's like you may have felt like anytime you try to work towards happiness or certain developments with people, it kind of brought you down or you wanted to get away from it. Brought you down or you wanted to get away from it is what I see here. The fool not wanting to work with it in reverse, kind of staying. I almost get like you might have wanted to be neutral at one point, but now you just don't want to be a part of it. Kind of like, no, I just don't want the battle. I want to trust not having to focus on it because it already didn't work. And I like trying to avoid that energy, not letting energy pull you or suck you down kind of energy, staying away from it, keeping your emotions high. Hold up. Definitely Queen of Cups. Some of you, it has something to do with a family situation, or it could have been an air or fire sign. Air or fire sign potential. Investing. Why is the investing card here? When it comes to love, I feel like a lot of you have felt like it isn't something that really you focus on or trust to move towards in a celebration at this time. It's almost like you don't commit to it, and you've made it's like that's the current call to judgment. You might even come off like I'm fine without being socially or emotionally charged in that energy. Like you have the truth and clarity, and you just want peace and balance right now, and that's the integrity or strength you're fighting for. And look who came up last. You did. You did. It's like you're sitting there pretty humble, understanding like I don't have time for this horse shit. I don't. I don't need it to make me feel dead. At one point, you may have looked at love, but if it didn't feel like it was working out, I feel like it was easy for you not to stay in an upset mode or keep giving into situations that made you feel stuck. Stuck. I feel like emotionally, you looked at stuff and said, "I want to have a new beginning, and I'm not going to let anybody pull or get in my way as I move on that way." Like I focus on this journey. Some of you, you haven't walked into this completely yet, but you've been trying to work on it, is what I'm seeing here. Trying to work on it or play with this energy. All right, let's keep going. Give you a little bit more, and then we'll move on. Literally, couldn't get my tongue out of my way. I wasn't going to give you that much with these areas. It's going to move to the other cards, but I just wanted to go. I wanted to see what would keep showing up. What else we got for Aries? What doesn't Aries see coming? Is there any other messages here? Are there any other messages for the zodiac sign of Aries? Oh my God, I'll give them to you. They're all going to come out like flip-flop. This makes me feel like some of you, it could have been you were dumped by an air sign, not an air sign, a water sign, or they dumped you. I feel like you had like you may have felt emotionally attached to like a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then kind of got away from them. It was just easier to make that, to trust, something about trusting that feeling. Five of Cups, the High Priestess. It was easier to remove yourself from a situation. The potential energy so far is definitely a water sign. Water or air sign. It's the same thing as the last thing. Fire, water, air, but mostly water and air. Here we go. Let's keep going. I just saw the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's a lack of trust. I also feel like there was communication was kind of very imbalanced or minimal. You didn't communicate with this person all the time. It was like touch and go type bullshit because there's not enough communication on my table in the last tarot deck or in these. Here we go. That's probably why it didn't work. Princess of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Eight of Swords. Somebody was in their head about looking at a situation. Somebody also may have felt like that. You could have, whether it was you or them, somebody may have felt like somebody was dealing with other people. Queen of Pentacles. Empress. Ooh. Show me why that comes out like that. I don't know. Somebody might have got shut down, turned down. The silence went down or some shit with what I see here. And this could have been with you and another fire sign. Some of you, it's like a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Somebody got shut the fuck down. Whether you shut them down, they shut you down, some shit like that. Nine of Wands energy. This Saggy could have been a Sagittarius, could have been an Aries or a fucking Leo. It's all fire. It's too much fucking fire. Somebody cut the cord. Somebody stopped moving towards it, putting work towards it. When it came to going towards security, they didn't trust the bitch, or you didn't trust the bitch kind of energy. It's probably why it came to a death, an ending. Somebody said, fuck this, I'm moving on. 8 of Wands. I'm not putting work and energy that don't work. Fuck with that. Hermit, Temperance in reverse. Show me what's up. Aries. 5 of Swords, getting away from, it was almost feeling like you wanting to, it's like it was too good to be true, or just an energy where, what is this, the deal with this? So somebody wanted it to work, and the other person felt like the other person didn't know what they were doing, or if they were playing games. Queen of Cups, King of Swords reversed, King of Cups, Knight of Wands reversed, the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Very flighty like. You might have dealt with somebody kind of flighty or very in and out, is what it's showing me. Very in and out. Just kind of skittish. Skittish, or I don't know, something seems off with that shit. Like really off. Let's keep going. All right, we're gonna move on to Taurus. Taurus. What is the messages for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What don't you see coming? I don't think you're that. I did say Taurus, but I will go to Aries. Still on Aries. And it'll probably go, Aries would be to like 12:50 or 15 or whatever the fuck it is. But I don't feel like the last messages that's coming back around or being dealt with. Like if you dealt with either a water or a fire sign, I feel like you kind of embrace pushing it out and staying away from it. I don't know. I get especially the fire sign. Here we go. They did that to you. Some shit like that. Here we go. Let's go. Now, Taurus. 12. What don't you see coming for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What don't you see coming? Taurus. I just saw the Hermit card. Is it a Virgo? I saw the Sun card. Is it a Leo? What's going on? What doesn't Taurus see coming? Ooh. Change of events. Some of you may feel like your atmosphere, the people around you, it's like, why do I get like you may have felt like you've had to study people, or you given up on studying people, like because it didn't matter. Didn't work, nothing changed. Nothing felt like it was moving. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem like it was moving. Of a place of like trust and value. So you probably got away from that, wanted to start focusing on your own happiness. I feel like you had to cut out situations that you became open to. You couldn't pretend like you saw it. If it wasn't worth communicating, then why would I give it any time, any balance? Emotionally shut it down. Some of you, it was the easy. I don't want to say the high road, but it was easier to let go of a situation, or you might have felt like a love situation went flat. Whatever the fuck that's about. Here we go. Could have been with a fire sign or an earth sign. Definitely an Aries, Leo. Aries, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo like yourself. Here we go. Let's do it. Whoever you dealt with, you might have felt like, clarify that before I say anything. Hold on. It was going to take too much work, or they needed to work too much on themselves. What the fuck is this? That's how it comes out. So either they were like a bum ass person with work, and they didn't like to work, or they just didn't work a lot. There was something they didn't do. Whether it was like they didn't work, they drank too much, they fucking went out too much, or they didn't socialize enough, or be part of, be invested in you kind of bullshit. Clarify this devil. What the fuck? Oh shit. Definitely could have been, so straight off the bat, it's telling me you might have had, some of you dealt with a Gemini. Some of you could have dealt with maybe a Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Capricorn, Virgo, maybe another Taurus. But these are the energies I'm seeing. Some of you felt like it wasn't worth moving towards or keeping it alive. Something about it just didn't feel like it made sense. So it was easier to move away from it, not stick around and take the offer. Some of you may have also felt like the person just wasn't going to change or step up to a level or commit to things they needed to change, whatever the fuck that's about. That I don't know why I pick it up like that, but that's what I see with this and with this. It shows me you could not trust it, so it made it easy not to move forward. Maybe to start putting a little more effort, investing in things around yourself. Definitely. Some of you also want to discover like either making more money or doing another career or making sure whatever you go after, it's something about brings in a lot of abundance and happiness. I'm getting happiness. You know what I mean? Like not just being like happy because you make good money, but feeling emotionally bonded to it, making you feel like this is what I want. This is what I've always been looking to do. What is this about? This may make sense to the Taurus that kind of backed away for a while or stayed single for a while, is what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. If you stayed single for a while, that doesn't mean recently you haven't been in investments or started to try, but in the past you didn't really fuck with people. That's what the cards are showing. You just didn't care to do it. It was like you didn't have it on your radar kind of energy. Here we go. I almost feel like it wasn't something that it was like no matter how much you knew you wouldn't mind being or entertaining it, the excitement of it, you kind of just let it sit in the pit of your belly. You didn't really, it's like you didn't want to chase it or go through it again for a while. And that may be specific to some of you, may not be for all of you. But here we go. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What other messages do we have for you? Oh, neck is stiff. Show me something for Taurus. What do you want to say to Taurus? Why is that the first card? Why is it the first card for Taurus? Give me something about this. Okay. I really want to say, like, your energy is coming out like you might have had an issue. Some of you, and I wonder how much this is going to hit home with Tauruses, but the specific energy it shows me, water signs. So some of you dealt with water signs, potential. Earth, so far it's earth, water. It goes, excuse me, it goes water, earth, water, air, earth, back to the water, back to the fucking air. 10 of Wands, the Magician, Ace of Pentacles. That not wanting to stress about things that felt like when it became emotionally something you wanted to invest in, it felt like the bond fell apart. It felt like there was going to be too much work involved, so it was easier to cut it out. It wasn't going to bring the happiness you were looking for, so why are you going to work with it? 8 of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you became strong, and I feel like the strength was your endurance and patience in relationships. I can't knock that. That's smart. That's wise. Here we go. Some of you may not have been able to trust an air or a water sign either. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Cups, Death card, and the 4 of Swords. Clarify anything I need to see. Try to show me more about this water energy too. The Wheel of Fortune reversed, Judgment reversed, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups, Why is it like that? Show me what that's all about. Ooh. What is this? Okay, I love when they come flying out like that. So it's telling me a storyline where somebody knew that somebody knew a situation. I feel like one person was really attached to the other, and the other person wasn't as invested. Somebody liked the other person more than the others. How I'm seeing it, or that's how it started. It's showing whatever how it started, but it started to fade. It's showing me fade. Somebody got really upset. The Emperor reversed. King of Swords. The communication completely stopped. Completely stopped. I'm done. Completely stopped. The action, the communication. But somebody also may have come to light to seeing who somebody was, the devil, and trusting their intuition or themselves or what they saw for themselves. Something like that. The Moon, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. It's giving me a storyline where you guys might have felt like whoever you may have dealt with, you may have felt like you were dealing with somebody who wasn't really ready to settle down. Whoever the fuck that's for. That's how your reading's coming out, Taurus. You may have known that whoever you're dealing with, this motherfucker wants to dip it in that cherry hole, that fucking pie over there, or fucking sneak up behind that bear and shove it up its ass kind of energy. The person wasn't ready to settle the fuck down. That's what it's showing me. Jesus. But let's see if there's anything else before we move on. Show me anything else for Taurus. I'm going to shuffle, though, even though these are pain in the ass to shuffle this way. Let's see what we get. I don't think you saw this either. Love the Tarot. I don't think you saw this in that person until you got to really see this person. Until this person really started to decide to show you who they are. Here we go. Show me something. Nine of Swords. It might have left you upset too for a little bit. Hurt over it. Might have been hurt over that bullshit. I don't feel like you stay in that sob or upset energy. I feel like you were there though. And it's storyline again. Could have been an air sign, earth sign, or water sign. Seven of Cups, the Emperor, Five of Wands, Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but the communication completely stopped. Somebody might have felt like they got truth and clarity that this person likes to play games or likes to play around too much. Isn't about real commitment or unsure of you. They may have made you feel like you didn't trust to value them, and it made it easier to not want to stay in this situation. That's how I'm viewing this. There's that seven of Wands, the World, Five of Swords, Balance, Two of Swords, Ten of Swords. You do want to, you do look up for things to change, getting balance with things to change. That's been something that's been in your crosshairs or on your mind, having the new beginning and the celebration and having that stability factor. Queen of Pentacles, you may have been putting a lot of work into yourself or into career and in home or family versus making connections or opening your heart towards love for some of you. Emotionally, that may be the next thing that you start working on or changes for you. That I like. That is what I see for Taurus. We're going to move on to Gemini. All right. Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Oh, let me get my Red Bull. I just totally splashed fucking Red Bull in my eyeball. If my eye goes like fucking all bloodshot red, it ain't weed. It's that your eyeball's not supposed to drink some fucking Red Bull. That definitely went in my fucking eyeball. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Did I bring my cigarettes down? I did. All right, Gemini, you're getting the smoke until I quit. That's going to be a trip. That's going to be a trip. I don't plan on smoking too much longer. Even if I fucking got to go get hypnotized. Here we go. Let's do it. Gemini, what don't you see coming? What's the message for Gemini? I feel like there's options around you didn't see coming. Some of you, it was about making decisions or putting the work in towards it. Clarify anything that Gemini needs to see on these 3 cards. Some of you, it was coming out of an area of things that were stressing you out or not keeping you emotionally intact or happy. This, I feel, when I hold these 2 cards, I feel very fucking frustrated. So some of you might have went through like like an emotional frustration or feeling outed. I feel angry and I don't want to be bothered or I don't want to bother people. I just want to be left alone energy in these 2 cards. I feel like you went through this. Jesus, that feels too heavy for me. I don't like it. Here we go. It's a little bit heavy. It's a little sad too, but some of you may have felt like you couldn't trust where you were going or what you were building towards with finance or career, but also with love and the stability of both. And this may have been really fucking hard. It was like you could it's almost like you could see this victory, but it was like nothing was being put to work on it. And it might have kept you emotionally feeling a little bit fucked up. I feel like you're coming out of that now, though. I feel like you're probably letting that go. Here we go. Show me something for Gemini. Some of you also may have felt like some of you have an energy where there's going to be a lot of different energies for you because this could be talking about up to 3 different people I've just picked up. What the fuck? So some of you come to an energy where there's somebody you just don't like being around or they don't listen to you. They don't listen to you energy. Or you can't stand like them coming around. Change, it makes you feel so fucking tired or it's a negative bitch. You got some there might have been some negative people or negative energy you had to get away from. That change needed to happen. It is showing up in your shit. I don't know what to tell you, but it's showing up here. Here we go. Show me something else. And you knew you had so some of you may have felt like I think some of you are seeing like the silver lining of situations. Some of you are starting to see that I can invest in myself and walk away from everything else that upsets me. What's the next card? I can keep that at a distance. I don't have to entertain it or move towards it. What's the next card? More fire. If I don't feel like it's for me, I need to start trusting a little bit more intently or myself kind of energy. Here we go. Give me something else. Go to the other side. I'm not letting anything pull me down. And who's not letting anything pull them down? Judgment. You're saying no. That's a no card. I'm not going towards that. And I trust that that's the best move. And I'm going towards more manifesting, or you have like this manifesting willpower right now. I feel like it's merging. I feel like you've seen enough to where now you're trying to work more on situations that feel like they matter or they should matter. Show me something else. What just flipped out? I'm done. You're gonna be busy. You're gonna be busy with work and staying focused in that energy. I don't think you're gonna let things sidetrack you. If I had to say something to you, I would tell you anytime you notice something upsets you or tries to, just remember it's probably not as happy as you are, or as it may have a lot more hard things in its life that you are unaware of, kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got to do that and just represent like the boss. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean ignore the other person or the situation, but don't let. It's basically like fuck those Debbie Downers energy. Chariot reversed, the Sun card reversed, balance in emotions, strength, her. Some of you may have had too many people around you where you felt like over time they were out to get you, showing me. What the fuck is you reading about? That's how it comes out. Over time, it was more or less, instead of creating the abundance and the happiness and it working out, when you after you took your time and viewed it, you recognize I can't trust this fucking person. They lie, or they're not. It's not the social event that I'm supposed to be motivated to work towards. Go to the next card in reverse. Were you supposed to move towards it? No, you're supposed to fight for a new beginning and get 10 and 10 is completion. And these two cards basically are like you eliminating the problems and finding the solutions, and keeping your emotions up and putting the work and effort there, because that balance is what deserves the time and energy. That's the energy you're supposed to move in. Some of you are still trying to make sure that things don't upset you or you get upset. Some of you are, it could be a nervous thing or nerve system thing as well. Something with the devil and that nine of swords up. You could be up late at night. Sometimes at night, your nervous system's getting you, or just upset of situations that have already happened. The world, the King of Wands, trying to release the stress kind of energy. Page of Swords, hang. Why you got that together? Clarify that for Gemini. Tell me you've had a hard time getting out of your head or finding things that are emotionally fulfilling. And that may need a little more work as well. The emotional fulfillments, or feeling more engaged to it, or correcting, going towards it correctly. What is this shit though? Also, it does tell me for some of y'all ladies or gentlemen, you may have gave up on love for a while. Or your feelings towards it. Something about I couldn't go towards the situation. I feel like your energy went down to like your feet, and it didn't. You couldn't get it to escape your feet. It was like you felt like. And when I say your energy, it feels like towards like love situations or giving into them. Some shit like that is what I'm getting for Gemini. Here we go. Give me something else for Gemini. What else do we have for you, Gemini? I didn't even finish my cigarette, Gemini. Here we go. What don't you see coming? What doesn't Gemini see happening? What don't you see happening next? What don't they see coming? What needs to show up for Geminis? What needs to show up right now? Start with the left. Seven of Pentacles. You didn't see an investment starting to work in your favor. Something's about to work or take off for you. That's like something surprised the shit out of you kind of energy. Surprised the shit out of you. I feel like it kind of emotionally brought a little bit of more playful or zen energy back. It kind of makes me feel like it brought you back to life a little bit. The World, the Knight of Wands. It's got you being creative, passionate about what you're looking towards or what you're going to put work and effort into. I got to clarify this though. Why is that in reverse? Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse? Show me what that's about. Some of you weren't sure. Some of you may have felt like either very unappreciated or cut off when it came to forward movement with communication and love situations. Some of you may have felt that way, or some of you may have felt like you moved towards the wrong ones, is what it's telling me. And now emotionally, I feel like you're trying to connect on a level that feels like it's worth moving towards. Go to the bottom for 4. Six of Pentacles, the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, and the Emperor. It's almost like you want to take control of the situation, or I almost get like you want it to work in a it's almost like a fun like energy, but not just fun. I don't just pick up fun. I pick up like you have the ball, they have the ball. You have the ball, they have the ball. Like you're passing the ball back and forth, like 50-50, like equal, very equal energy. I don't know. I definitely with that 6 and that 2. Here we go. And that's what you're hoping to trust or work with. Give me something else for Gemini. What do we got? 7 of Swords and the Sun. Some of you may have had a hard time finding your happiness or trusting that that you were going to find it. Some of you were so preoccupied or worried about a home or a working situation. It's saying as well, home or work. It feels more like career. Like that was something that was slowing you down or upsetting you. What's going on with the Lovers though? I mean, not the Lovers, the Two of Cups. Let's hear why are the 2 cups here for Gemini? What's the message? Nope, you gotta jump. That one. Give You felt like confused or conflicted with opening up emotionally or letting it happen. Something about lack of feeling for lack of emotional connection or depth or just not it doesn't feel attached. Here we go. Anything else for Gemini? I feel like you guys are starting over, and some of you could be starting over with the way you allowed things to be, the way you allowed to. You're in a very adjustment phase right now. Some of you could be going towards a new career or starting to open up towards love situations, or both right now. Some of you could be both. Definitely could be fucking both. 8 and 8, and I feel like that's what you're trying to trust. And a lot of the situation I see is it looks like not enough changed. Not enough things were changing that were making you happy or showing up for you kind of energy. An Ace of Pentacles. So what did it make you want to focus on? Your foundation, career, being more motivated, being more proactive. So you have you might have felt like you were in a rut or nobody was really in. You come off like you felt closed off and disregarded by everybody, but you hid it or you wouldn't speak about it. That's how I'm viewing this shit. Here we go. 10 of Swords. Well, maybe it's time for that new beginning. 4 of Wands. And going towards something that's going to produce happiness or celebration. Not just thinking about it. Maybe going towards it. Transitioning towards it. The Death card. Queen of Pentacles. You could also be thinking of somebody that has passed on. Here we go. What's the Devil here for? The Prince of Swords. 7 of Cups. But you're not willing to look at shitty offers or negative options. Like if they were to come towards you, this is you declining them. This is you being emotionally protective of yourself. The 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups saying, I already revisited this energy. Why would I go back to that? The Hierophant, you wouldn't, because you recognized it was a false safety or the wrong outcome or judgment. You're more about manifesting right now and building security, and you're aware of that. And you could be a little bit older, or you could have cats, or you could be a mom, some shit like that. That's what we got for Gemini. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Fucking love it. All right, what do we got next? Cancer. I feel like Gemini got like a bonus reading. I think your shit was a little bit longer than everybody else's. Just a little bit. Felt that way. I didn't really focus on your time when I started, but it seemed like I went longer for Gemini. But some signs don't get as long as reading as others. I try to make them as all equal as I can, but I don't always focus on the time. Here we go. What do we got? Cancer. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Just 2. Show me something for Cancer. What don't they see coming? Clarify that one. Oh, shit. Woo! Could be an air sign or fire sign. Aries, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Definitely could be a Sagittarius. I feel like whoever this was, you had a lot of emotions. Something about this, I don't do that a lot with this card. This is usually like an epiphany card, an eye opener, or like you opening up to identifying or being emotionally active, proactive, aware shit. Not right now. This card makes me feel emotions this time. I almost feel like an ex, somebody you dealt with. Definitely could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm going to say it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Whatever the fuck you were invested in the past, I feel like they haven't let go or put work towards you, but I do feel like they may. I knew it. They may try to come talk to you or been either they're thinking about you and how they used to work with you, or they've been wanting to speak to you. I don't feel like they're moving towards your ass though. I feel like this is like they're fighting that internal behavior shit. Like, what is this bullshit? Oh, come on now. This could have been an old ass relationship too. Something about this wheel in reverse makes me feel like you could have been with them either for a long time or a long time ago. Whatever. Whatever. Here we go. Ace of Cups reversed. Some of you, if they were a water sign, you before it ended, or if you gave it two chances, you emotionally recognized and identified this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work kind of energy. Fuck no, this ain't happening. I gotta release this shit kind of energy. You might have felt like this person never felt ready or was never gonna be ready. Not just for you, but for themselves. That sucks. That I don't know if you ever spoke it, but I felt like you just saw they were lacking the effort to put in serious work. Hold on. Let's see what else we get for you. Definitely could have been. I'm telling you, could have been a water sign or a fire sign. Maybe an air sign for some of you, but they may have lived with somebody older than you than them, or lived close by somebody older than them too, or some shit. The Chariot, the Sun. I feel like you kind of went off on your own, let it go, started trying to invest in yourself. Show me something else for Cancer. That was the risk and the judgment, the outcome that you found fitting, or the solution that made sense to you. The emotional, might have need to keep your emotional boundaries in check and stay away from a situation that would have had you up in your head when it came to thinking if it was the right stability to communicate or stick around with. I feel like you said, fuck that, I'm moving on. This ain't working. I don't want to come towards this. Somebody got cut the fuck out. It's like I have to release this shit. It's not healthy shit. The devil's reversed. The person was upset over it. Or this person got upset late at night. Or that's when you would get to see like who they were. Or that's when they would act weird, strange, different. Whatever. Here we go. Some of you may have halted on moving forward with like the next relationship. I don't feel like you entertained it. I don't think you did. I don't think you fought for it. I think you said I'm just gonna get away from this shit for a while. I'm gonna put brakes on this motherfucking shit for a minute. I'm gonna recalibrate my shit, recalibrate it, rebuild it, and then I'll worry about a new fucking beginning. Kind of energy. This is what I see for Cancer. Then maybe I'll move to change. If it was a water sign, it's trying to tell me some of you could have had a lot of feelings for a definitely a Scorpio. That person you couldn't trust, it tells me. Couldn't trust that fucker. Here we go. So you left them out in the cold. Well, they left you out in the cold. Some shit like that. Let's keep rolling. Da, da, da. Remember to hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you in advance. Appreciate it. Cancer. Oh. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Ooh. All right. I feel like you need to see that card. And probably these, whatever the fuck they are, you're going to get them. Some of you Cancers, if you've stayed at a distance with, clarify that before I say it. It's in reverse. Everything else is upright besides the card that I feel like should be upright. Let's see what the card said. I'm going to see what the card said before I show it. Clarify that card in reverse. You got 2. 4 of Cups. 7 of Wands. Give me something. Oh, 5 of Cups. You guys have a very, very, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just say what I'm feeling. So I feel like the message I'm supposed to say to you, if this is what you want, if this isn't what you want, this isn't for you. All right. But for the 3 of Cups, this card, first card came out. I really get the energy where it's like, maybe it's time to start dipping in the pool or being more social in 2026. kind of putting your feelers out towards something over there that you're not. The Moon card with the Queen of Wands. I do feel like you're very open, aware, sharp. You probably don't miss much with. I don't feel like somebody could look. You could. I don't feel like a lot of people could get shit past you when I look at this. I like you see a lot, or you understand a lot, or you read into situations very well, kind of energy. The Judgment card, though, is with the Ten of Cups. What happened, and why does it make me feel like you've kind of released the love completely, or just don't give it any effort? The Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, come off a little guarded towards it. Five of Cups, lonely. Six of Swords, not putting effort into it. Ace of Wands, lacking the passion or stepping into the communication. That may be what needs work. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you've kind of freed yourself completely from this. Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. That's working. And that's probably what needs work so you can build happiness. Sometimes in life, it isn't about where we've been, or look at the next two cards, or who we can trust. Because this is, I can't trust you, bitch. This is you trusting yourself. It's not about not trusting them, knowing you can trust you. Sometimes it's about not worrying about the past and just walking in the next path. Basically going to the next best thing. Maybe you'll find something like this on the bottom of the deck. Something worth fucking while. You don't give me, it's a little bit back and forth. I get like you gave up, didn't want to entertain it, you got sick of this shit, didn't want to jump on the merry-go-round again, kind of energy for some of you. So some of you, it is a give up energy. Others of you, it's carrying what happened, and why am I going to allow anybody like that around me again? Or why am I going to put up with it? Or I don't have the time or the effort to do this shit again. Oh, fuck that kind of energy. And I feel like the message is trying to tell you, get out of that energy. I feel like that's what this is probably very, very fucking specific for people. Prince of Swords, Four of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Cups. Because I feel like you've been quiet or silent or alone in your thoughts about moving forward or taking action. Two of Wands reversed with relationships. Knight of Cups, the Strength card, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And so it keeps showing me it needs work. Your message is clear. Whatever, it's like what's done is done. Who gives a shit of all the toxic shit that stressed you out, didn't work out? You've got the truth and clarity about that shit. That shit ended. Even if you don't play with that shit, it shouldn't stop you from putting work and effort in or reinvesting in something else. And I feel like you were patient, and it's been a long time since you've given effort to it, or like a rebirth, kind of is what it makes me feel like. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. You might have felt better on your own for quite some time versus opening up to love, because it's how it's coming out. This is what I see for you, Cancer. All right. Show me one more message for them. Show me anything else we can show the Cancer signs. Any other message for Cancer? Just want to see if we can get anything else. I'm not pulling it. There we go. Don't want to come out like that. Let's see what you get. Passion, Ten of Pentacles, investment, and knowing maybe that's what needs to happen. Let's see what shows up after that. Give me a jump. You got to jump for me. Clarify these three on the table. Talking about the zodiac sign of Cancer. Oh, you got a lot. You got a lot. So it's like you're aware that the cup's been empty. There's no gas in the tank. When really it's time to start igniting that fucking energy. Going after it. The first two cards say going after it. You've been feeling empty over here. Nine of Pentacles. You've got the King of Cups. You've got the Fool, and making a decision. Clarify any more that needs to show up for Cancer, and we'll move on. Ace of Pentacles. Foundations. What kind of foundations do you want to talk about for them? Show me. Show me the message for these people. Nine of Cups and Emperor. Go to the bottom. Some of you, it's reminding yourself that you deserve to play with love as much as it deserves you as much as you deserve it kind of energy. I don't know how it's to fucking play some bullshit like that because it ain't showing up like you've been entertaining it or making it your motherfucking investment. You know what I mean? It's like you put that shit on pause. That shit became like a VHS player that got lost in the fucking basement that you don't even know you fucking own anymore. Kind of energy. And it tells me a lot in this shit where it's like it was easier not to focus or stress on it, but I do feel like it's time to move past that energy and start putting work in it. Start putting work in it. Especially if you're no longer upset over situations that you've had to release. Now it's time about opening up and communicating, taking those actions, going after the shit kind of energy for you. That's what I see for Cancer. All right. I'm gonna move on to Leo. Leos, hold up, guys. Going off screen for just a minute. I'll turn that back on in a little bit. It's getting hot as hell down here. All right, Leo. Leo. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Leo? Welcome in. 61 likes, 69 people in the chat. Welcome in. Let's see what the messages are for the zodiac sign of Leo. Page of Pentacles. What's going down? Some of you might have felt like things aren't working out, or you're fighting for situations on your own, or struggling to find victory. Some of you are trying to be very, very preoccupied with work. That did want to come out. So it's the Four of Cups. Some of you also may have felt like emotionally at a distance, or just not. There was a lack of either communication or emotional effort. Some of you, this card makes me feel like saying for a while. Might have felt like that for a while. Some of you all might have been single longer than you expected, male or female. Some of you all have been wanting to see a new beginning. Some of you could have been dealing with either air sign, earth sign, or fire sign. Excuse me. Earth sign, fire sign, definitely, or air sign. I feel like you're emotionally trying to see what's going to work or what's worth building towards. That's going to be the right foundation. That's how you come off right now. Show me more for Leo. Ooh, you came flying out and I caught you. Strength card reversed. Why is that reversed? I feel like some of you are going to step more into your own energy or fight more for stronger balance. Not try to focus on stress or things that take you to a place of unhappiness that don't work out or emotionally stress you out. You're saying no to that. I feel like you're cutting it off. If it keeps showing up, you'll move away from it. Doesn't mean you'll get away from it. Anything else for Leo? Lovers upright. What do we got for the lovers? Clarify that upright. It's got to jump. It is the card. Holy shit. That's fucking creepy. Some of y'all really want to manifest a lover, or a lover really wants to manifest you or come towards you. Love is coming up for some of y'all in 2026. That's fucking creepy. Like, I was like, there's no way it's going to be the motherfucking card that like I saw, and it was. I wish the camera was down here, because if you could have seen what the fuck I just saw, you'd be like, what, bro? Like, yeah. But that's like, so story time. I'll give you a little snippet. But I went to like a psychic fair, right? And the lady was like really curious about me and shit, and struggled to read me. A lot of people struggle to read my shit. And she was an angel reader. Mostly. She tried to read other things. She did the tarot cards. And she was like, do you know how to use cards? But I did something first. And I went like this. And I pointed at a card, right? Like that she was shuffling her deck. I'm sitting across from her. And the card I pointed at, I was like, that motherfucker right there. And then she's like, do you know how to use cards? I'm like, oh yeah. And she's like, here, you want to use them? And I'm like, sure. I shuffle in front of her. I keep my eyes on her. And the card I just poked at her, this card that comes flying out right in front of me and her. And she was like, And I'm like, I told you. It was a good, I know, I let her know some shit afterwards. And she was like, oh man, you should do one of these events. Like, you've got all these people that watch you and look at these fucking comments. And da 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 da. But she was older. She didn't say that, but still, it was fun. My sisters wanted me, they were going and they were like, and I don't see both of them together very often. You know, one was up from another state. So it was like, you want to come? And I'm like, what the fuck do I want to go for? Like, not really. Like, but I'll go. You know what I mean? They had a good time. It was a good experience. Anyways, anywho, see what else we get for Leo. You got the story time. Yeah. That was a good experience, though, because it was immediately after I pointed it. Like, I had just pointed at that specific card, and I said something about that card to her. Like, yeah, I know what the fuck that is and who that is. And her eyes opened up so fucking wide when it was the only card that she watched jump out and land in front of me, staring at me, but it was staring at her. Yeah, it was good. And here we go. Leo. Leos. What do we have for Leos? Almost said straight to the point for you guys. This ain't straight to the point, motherfucker. This is what you don't see coming. What don't the Leos see coming? Here we go. Show me something for Leos. Ooh, what don't you see coming? You could be getting a lot more communication or just a lot more forward movement, action. Definitely could be communication. Some of you, what you may not see coming is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or just a lot more communication, starting over, new beginning energy, getting balance, wanting to trust it. A lot of you are going to be staying out of your head with situations. Hold on. 5 of Swords. Definitely staying out of, not letting things confuse you or getting stuck up in your head. You're not going to really allow that. That's like, this is like hell to the fucking no, especially to a Leo. You won't let that around or deal with it. Some of you are going to stay very humble, focused, and practical, or very work-oriented, especially if you felt like you need to do more with work. This part is kind of strange for me because I feel like work should have already been like your elixir or taken off for you. Some of you may just start seeing that more and more as the year goes on. More and more prosperity or abundant energy showing up for you. I feel like something that may have been coming at you, if it hasn't shown up yet, it's on its way with that 10 of Swords in front of it, like on top of it. Here we go. What do we got? You need to trust that action. Prince of Swords, though, 4 Swords, the Fool. Some of you, when it comes to manifestations or learning situations or learning about situations with the 7 of Cups. Why is the Empress and the 7 of Cups together? Hold on. I don't think it's about what's going to get in your way or upset you. I don't think you're supposed to focus on that situation at all. I feel like you've already kind of seen the puzzles, the riddles of situations. I feel like if anything tries to get in your way, you got to kind of just see it for what it is and do you. You know what I mean? Make the decision to do you. But also, you could be walking towards love this year, or it could be coming towards you. You have a good. I feel like you could end up getting love and success in 2026, Leo. Holy shit. I was not expecting this. It's just going to be about you putting the effort into it, the work, investing into it. You're willing to invest in it, you're probably going to get that shit. Here we go. Anything else for Leo? The Wheel of Fortune and security. If that wheel in reverse makes me feel like it may just have been a little bit slower or less action based than you expected. Anything else, Leos? Show me. I like how it like split them one side to the other. Some of you may have somebody around you that's younger than you that has a hard time with their emotions as well, Leo. That's what that makes me feel like. That feels like an outside energy. Here we go. 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Hangman. You come off in an energy where it's like if you don't want to be in a situation in a boat that's running around in circles. You're like, I'm not here for that shit. I'm here for growth and for socialism and this is like experience. Having more or putting more work and effort into situations. It's you have a very, very if it takes my peace, if it upsets me energy, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, I'm gonna have to release it. I'll have to make the decision, emotionally be mature about it, and focus on my happiness because I'm fucking Leo. This is what I see for Leos. So I don't know what else to say. Leo, this is what I see for Leo. Now I may need some help, and I just want to see how well people are watching. Did I give Leo both decks? I can't remember if I started with the other deck for Leo. How well are people watching right now? So I can't remember if I gave Leo the other deck first. I think I did. But I can't remember. How uncanny or ironic would it be that the last card was your card and fucking upright? Here we go. We'll just move on anyway. Maybe Leo gets the short reading if I didn't give them both. Here we go. So Leo, we're done with Leo for now. We're gonna go right to Virgo. I'm not making this one of them 3-4 hour videos. Not tonight. Hell no. I didn't have the energy coming out here, but I was like, I want to go out. You know, I knew I wanted to early today, but I might have just been like, kind of like, woo, today. Virgo. What do we got for Virgo? Don't you see coming, Virgo? Here we go. Come on, Virgo. You gonna make me work? Victories, huh? Yeah, victories. Yeah, let's see where we're going with that. I don't know. If you need to come out, you'll come back out. Those are definitely I'm giving you. I'm liking it so far, but we got to do. Thank you for the super chat, Debbie. Oh, Texas, Virgo. Here we go. You know something, Virgo? From a Leo. You ever heard that saying, like, from a brother, from another mother, or from a sister, from another mother, or some shit like that? You see these two cards right here? You see this shit right here? Let me tell you something. That's what I want you to focus on. Victories and happiness for a while. And anything that needs to be cut away or left out in the cold, leave it in the fucking cold and take action. Let that be your strength. Virgo. Okay? I didn't fucking know that was there. We did that together, Virgo. Holy fuck. And don't let nobody make you feel stuck or like you've got to make a fucking decision. The stress ain't fucking worth it. It ain't fucking worth it. Focus on your stability and balance in that shit. And then focus on moving towards stronger emotions or connections or new beginnings in love. Hail to the fucking yeah. That's when that's meant to change, you'll feel like it's meant to change. Some of y'all, it ain't about being patient or getting the last word with a person. Sometimes it's a better off doing your own thing, getting away from fucking people is what it's showing me. I don't see you rushing towards situations, especially if they've been problematic. I feel like you have truth and clarity. That ain't for me. Go to the bottom. Some of you could have been a Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You just hit fucking, you kind of hit the lottery of any zodiac sign. Hold on. Communication. Some of y'all were waiting on to see if they'd communicate or if they come back towards you. I don't feel like that worked or the investment would go very far. Chariot. I feel like the energy would move or you wouldn't be able to trust the person. You definitely wouldn't be able to trust this motherfucker. Whoever you dealt with, Virgo, you dealt with a lying ass bitch. I don't know how else to tell you. You don't get this fucking card in reverse and this card that close together. Hell fucking no. If somebody wants back around, I don't know if I would trust a bitch kind of energy. Fuck that shit. I wouldn't invest in it. Nope. If it was that hard, no. You may have to wait for the right option to come around or for you to pick the right option. It don't feel like it's yesterday's news for you. It don't feel that way. Some of you may have felt like you wanted to try to work something out with somebody. I feel like it was better to get away from what the tarot's telling you. Definitely better to get away from that. Keep it in the rearview mirror in your past. Backseat that shit. Keep it to where the fucking room you took this spray can. We'll pretend this is a spray can, and you sprayed that fucking mirror. Was black, so now you can't see that bitch sitting in the back seat or chasing the car down the street, chasing your car. What do we got here? Some of you, know that it would just emotionally be too much. I don't think it would be wise to invest in a situation of your past. Hell no, because it doesn't. If, I don't feel like I don't feel like they were emotionally healthy for you, either they were either not nice to you or very emotionally manipulative or narcissistic. Um, not all of you, but some of y'all, they might have got off on hurting you that way. But I do feel that kind of that's too much fucking cups in reverse, and that's somebody who like you ever heard of a pathological liar? So a pathological liar is a person who usually has to take fucking medicine because they lie so much. I have a friend that is a pathological liar. And it was very hard to be friends with the pathological liar because it's like, motherfucker would lie about the dumbest shit and you know he's lying, especially me. But it's like, and all the other friends would be like, yeah, Matt's lying again, right? Matt's lying on his motherfucking ass again. Like, bitch will tell you that wall's pink and it's fucking green. Like, come on. Like, it is bad. To where medication, you knew when he wasn't on his medication, and it was hard to stay in friendships like that because it's like, motherfucker, you lie about everything. It's not like one little white lie or this little white lie or that. It's like, just shut the fuck up. It was bad. It's bad, and it sucked because I don't feel like it was intentional. It felt like it was more of an internal struggle, and you noticed it as time went on, and hey. But everybody has their shit, so let's go. Anything else for Virgo? I'll never forget that shit. Oh, yeah. And I don't think it ever went away. I don't want to say exactly who he is, and you guys would know anyway. But I ran into him many, many years later. And I was like, one day I went and stopped by where he said he lived, just for me to find out, motherfucker, you don't own this house. No, it's just too much. And it was years later, but it was like we went our own ways. You know what I mean? And we ran into each other somewhere. Hadn't seen each other in like 5-10 years. And it's like, and I never forgot that because I knew where the house was, and I'm like, this motherfucker painted it out like it was his. Motherfucker lives in a condo down the street. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Let's go. All righty, right. Anything else? Might have dealt with somebody that either stressed you the fuck out or played games. Virgo. Could have been a fucking Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could have been a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Definitely Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Aries, Leo. Aries, Leo, maybe Sagittarius. Yeah, here's Aries. I'm definitely feeling like Earth or Fire sign for you that you might have struggled with. Some of you, if it wasn't Earth or Fire, what other sign wants to show up? I feel like it'll be water, but what's going to show up? What's going to show up? Is it water? No. Oh, maybe water, air sign. No, I don't have enough yet. Hold on. Air. Air's winning. Air. Yep. Earth, fire, air sign. You may have dealt with that. Fucked you up. Or just was fucked up towards you. Some shit like that. All right. You dealt with somebody that was lying. Show me more. What do we got? Lying. This is lying and controlling. Very lying, controlling, manipulating energy. And I felt like they wanted to make you believe that, like, what is the next card? Like that you guys were a match made in heaven. It almost feels like a fairy tale bullshit deal. Clarify this. Give me something on why it came out like this. Trying to tell me they might have been an earth sign like you. Or earth sign, fire sign, air sign. But you had to get away from it. You found out it wasn't emotionally healthy. Every time you try to go forward and invest in it or thinking something's going to work, you ended up hurt again. 3 of Swords reversed. the Wheel of Fortune, and it was time to get away from this. Six of Swords. It wasn't working. I feel like it just was it was too stressful. Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, when it came to trying to invite it in or keep it around you. King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. You're probably better off investing in yourself and letting it go. That Five of Pentacles just makes me feel like you had to release it. Next card is Three of Pentacles. Not put any more effort or work in it or let it be in front of you. That's what I see for Virgo. I might have dealt with something hard, like a hard person. I don't know if they were hard-headed or just very well. They may have been very good with their words. I pick up too. Something about being very good with their words or very hurtful with them as well as being good with their words. Some shit like that. It's giving me a headache. We're done. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on out of that energy to who we're gonna move on to. I thought I shut this fucking thing off. I did not. I just moved it. Turn off. All right. We're going to move on to a Libra in a second. I think it's time for a cigarette. How's everybody doing in here? We all hanging in there pretty well? I may back this up a little bit. Try not to fuck it up too much. And bring it down a little bit. Bring it forward. Oh, there we go. Maybe now I'm not so low. I'll go this way. Where's my lighter? Where the fuck did I put that? I buried it under my paper towel over here. Here we go. What do we got for Libra? That's the energy for Libra. What needs to show up for the zodiac sign of Libra? Libra. Here we go. How would that come out like that? Wow. Some of you all Libras, it's trying to tell me that you're ready for like a brand new cycle. Some of you, I get two energies for you. You're either ready for a relationship with this card, or you're ready to see more money show up, start working harder at something, or maintaining more value towards. It feels like a relationship, like a new relationship too, with those two cards, or Page of Pentacles, putting more work and value into something you do around finance or money. Here we go. Definitely money. King of Pentacles, upright too. Come on. Queen of Swords. The Wheel. You have the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune upright. To clarify why the Lovers is in reverse. You may feel like you might have been dumped or hurt by an air sign or a water sign. Definitely could have been hurt by an air sign or water sign, or they were hurt by you. Some shit like that. I feel like you're trying to stay out of, trying to stay out of feeling that energy. This feels like you're trying to move away from that or focusing on it. Letting it get you emotion, something about your emotions. And I don't tie emotions with fire too often, but here we go. You definitely try to stay out of that energy because it doesn't humble you. It doesn't keep you fucking what? Balanced. You're the sign of balance. It was too much to deal with. You didn't know if the fucking shit was coming or going in this connection that you were in. You might have felt like they were looking at too many other options, or the relationship lacked patience or direction. You might have felt like it was stuck for too long. And I think you did feel this way because your card just showed up. All right. So that's probably why it ended. And it's like, if you keep trying to relook at it or emotionally attach yourself to something that's not going to work, what are you doing? Because it's either you're doing it. If you're not doing it, you've been thinking about it, is what it's telling me. If you ain't doing it, you've been thinking about that and your security. Wanting to get a little bit of emotional attention, but not knowing if you can trust it or if it's just going to hurt you. Here we go. Ten of Pentacles, the Sun. You felt like a new beginning has passed you by, kind of energies, what my tarot cards are saying for the Libras. And this is a male or a woman energy. I'm picking up, it's both sex here. I'm not picking up just one, just so you know. Somebody feels like shit just stopped, died, won't change. Hold on, go to the bottom. Feel at a distance with communication. or an outcome. Definitely with communication, with a fire sign, air sign, earth sign. That's what you probably dealt with. Fire sign, air sign, or an earth sign. Out of talks with them, not aligned with them. You feel like they don't either work hard enough or they didn't put enough work or effort towards you, or in a family situation. Emotionally hurt and conflicted and staying at a distance, or maybe you moved out. Chariot could have moved away from the situation. It was probably the easiest thing to do, just get away. The Magician, and you focus on yourself and your money. That's what it's telling me, Libra. This is what you do, woman or man. It's both of y'all. I can feel it's not just one. Some of you haven't really fought to play with your heart. The next card was play. There's no shit. You haven't really fought to open up your heart. You haven't really given the effort or the time or investment. You've cut free of taking or accepting offers, and this shows up for you too. You've been putting a lot of work and effort in yourself, though, or trying to materialize more wealth, gain, self recognition, or self adherence. Something about yourself has been important, because when it came to trusting victories, you weren't getting the investment you were looking to obtain, and you're aware of this. At one time, you may have felt blindfolded by it until eventually you recognized it's not working. Your readings about it didn't work. And it made it easier to stop focusing or trusting or believing, to open up towards emotionally attaching yourself to either this past connection or love in general. I think you know about what I'm saying. The Knight of Swords shows me that you don't want the stress, the burdens. You made the decision. You'd like to you would like a new beginning, but emotionally, you haven't really played with that. You come off a little emotionally guarded or protected, or just unfocused on it. You give me like an unfocused attitude. That's what I see. Let's keep rolling. Now, I don't feel like you're unfocused about your own shit, your own money, your own doings. But in the love department, I don't see you rocking out. I just don't feel that. And the card that fell out that doesn't surprise me is I feel like you're more about your independence and have been for a while. You ain't about this communication. It's the stability. Whatever the fuck that's about. Maybe it's time to start working towards the 3 and the 3 here. Something you haven't been putting energy or moving towards. Putting growth in. The 3 of Wands can be growth. All right? I feel like there's been lack of action, lack of movement, stale fucking mate. Has it made you happier? Only you can tell me that answer. I don't have to tell you that answer. Here we go. Knight of Cups. Well, no. The answer is fucking no. It's time for that new beginning. It's time for that new beginning. It's time to step into the reality that, you know what? Why the fuck am I holding myself back in an area that I could have just as much as everybody else could have? Here we go. 7 of Swords, Death card. Why is that together for Libra? Why is that together for Libra? Ooh. You were either hurt, it's telling me, by a water sign or an air sign. Definitely water or air sign. And now you're trying to trust, learn, lovers in reverse, that it's time to move on and make a decision. Not play on situations that have outgrown you or you've outgrown. And stay on par with what you want and what's good for you. This is what I see from Libra. I'm going to move on. All right. Yes. All right. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? What are the messages for Scorpio? Here we go. Scorpio. The Moon card. There's a couple things here. Some of you are either trying to get other people to wake up and open their eyes to things that you trust or believe in, or you're trying to open up somebody's eyes in a home dynamic and get them to recognize like what needs to be adjusted or shifted or changed, or it feels like a growth energy for some reason. Hold up. What do we got? What do we have for you, Scorpio? The Magician and the Star, but it's in reverse. Why? Why are those two together? I don't know why I feel that way about this, but I'm going to say it in a second. Let's see. I don't know. This comes off strange to me, but I feel like there's an energy around you. Could have been an air sign. Doesn't have to be an air sign or an earth sign. Definitely could have been an air or an earth sign. What it's showing up for me. Maybe water, but it looks like air or earth sign. That you were focused on independence, like you were focused on independent structure, money, foundation, maybe family as well. You were open to that. I feel like the other person was struggling. They may have moved away or been at a distance and had struggled with work and their emotions, like a motherfucker, broken family type shit. Tower. While you're busy working or taking care of everything else and having that decision. Show me something, Scorpio. What do you got? You didn't want to stay stuck in an energy that you felt like needed to learn a situation. I feel like you want to stay in your truth. You give me a truth energy, and in like a working energy. You almost give me like you got tired of taking care of everything energy as well. Always being the boss, always being the strong one that comes up right beside her. These two people have a lot of powerful energy and independence. Here we go. The person that you may have dealt with may have been worried too of you not being as interested in them or moving towards them or putting work or effort in the situation. Basically, like it running a flat tire, or like you were gonna be too strong of the outcome for them, or move on to other options is how they viewed the situation. Other celebrations is next. Somebody may have been worried they were gonna lose you, kind of energy. And they show off like they were at a distance, or your communication kind of trickled down, slowed down, became less. And I think this worried them. Here we go. They wanted you to come towards them. They may have been unhappy, or they may have felt like they didn't know if they could trust what you were going to do next. They may have been still hurt because they got the Three of Swords upright. I'm going to tell you some shit. They may have came to you like towards you before they were over the pain of something that they had already dealt with, whether it was past trauma in a relationship, past trauma in a family situation from being younger. Something wasn't healed is what I'm picking up. And that's clarify this, lovers. Why? Clarify, my lovers. I feel like they came towards you like you had the answers or you were going to be the antidote. But I don't think that worked. I think they needed to find their own security, their own judgment. They needed to really look at a solution or open up and challenge themselves emotionally. Kind of look in the mirror fucking type energy and fight for that balance and not fear it. Not fear it. Just aggressively play and work at it. Do not give up. And they were starting from the beginning. I feel like they're still trying to work at getting the full success of it. How you'll know if this makes sense to you is what it just told me is they typically emotionally shut down a lot on you, or they did. They would emotionally shut down on you, or they would their temperament would change very rapidly. Night and day difference. And some days were real good, and then some days were real dark or just real fucked up. Kind of how I view this. Whatever. All right, we're done with that. We're done with that. Here we go. Let's go. What do we got? What do we have? Anything else? Any other messages for you? Any other quick things for you real fast? Temperance. Maybe a Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. Could have been a Leo. Definitely could have been Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. More fire, more fire, more fire. Maybe a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I don't really know. Hold on. I feel like they definitely were an air or fire sign. Or earth sign. Air, fire, or earth for you. They valued you a lot, or they really appreciated you for who you were. I think they liked how responsible, something about responsibility, what you showed them, or you might have been a lot more structured or had a lot more to offer than they did. I don't like saying that, but I feel like you did. I feel like he or she kind of hitting towards the she did. Sorry, guys, but that's how it looks to me. Things went back and forth, back and forth. It's like a back and forth reading. Confused, wanting balance, things aren't working out, thinking you need to separate or growth, not taking action with it, kind of sticking with each other, but then knowing things may need to change or have to change kind of energy. Somebody knew came to the realization that they had to trust it, learn from it. Might have been him. There's two guys here. The Emperor reversed, the King of Cups reversed, Ten of Swords. It's almost like a reckoning or an understanding that things aren't ever changing when I enter relationships kind of energy. And I think she knew this. She may have been something about at a distance from it or seeing this person's really hurt, really out in the cold with shit, needing to manifest something better that's going to bring better stability and clarity. And I feel like you can't do much with that. The person you're with, they have to do that. That you can say what the fuck you want to turn blue or purple in the face. If they're not willing to look at the situations that they may carry that need to be sacrificed or changed, it's not gonna nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna repeat pattern, repeat. All right, that one's done. We're gonna do Sagittarius. I don't know if that was dust or an orb, but I know I just saw something go across the screen, like right there. Could have been dust. But here we go. Usually I catch the orbs, but I wasn't looking quick enough. I was around 125, 45, so I can always look later. Here we go. Let's go. Show me something, Sagittarius. What is the message for Sagittarius? What do you want me to say? Work, Sagittarius. Work on these new beginnings. Sagittarius, it's about working on new beginnings or just better days. I get like, I've seen better days. I get that song stuck in my head when I start to read your shit. You're the first one that gave me music. One other sign tried to, but I kind of stopped it from happening. I think that could have been, it could have been an air sign, but it could have been Gemini or Cancer. I can't remember. But one of them did. Some of you just feel like if things don't work or haven't worked, it's better to leave them alone. Clarify anything that needs to show up for Sag. Excuse me. What do we got? Some of you may have been trying to focus on what options to move towards, what's going to be the right option to be emotionally invested in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of emotional and thinking energy shows up for you so far. Letting go what doesn't work, thinking about what could work, and how I can focus on being happier, brighter days ahead kind of energy. Show me more, Sag. The Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. Because everything you've dealt with in the past didn't really show you the security that you were looking for. It didn't really give you what you were looking for. It didn't feel like it was showing up or fighting for you or giving value. It made you feel stuck. It made you, when it came to trust or action, only trust yourself, it's saying, or focus more on yourself than focusing on discovering what, where you could work or what you could strengthen up. You might have felt like, this ain't going to be for everybody, but somebody may have felt like trapped, whether it was inside of themselves or trapped within inside of trusting celebrations, victimized, traumatized, kind of bullshit. That doesn't have to be your shit, but that could be some of y'all that watch this. There we go. Definitely somebody felt trapped or like they were in a hostile or toxic environment. Star card. 2. Could have been around a family dynamic, whatever it is emotionally. I feel like they've tried to release this, but they've never really fully done the homework. They've never really trusted letting it go, I get. It hurt too much for them to kind of like relive it. It was easier to move away from it. than to try to relive that shit. I feel like this person tries to tell themselves they moved on, whether this was you or the person you dealt with. So far, Sagittarius. Here we go. You just came out. So it might be you that try to move yourself or create distance from it, whether it was mentally, emotionally, kind of like a blockage. Not let it come out or forget about it. Let's see what else we've got for Sagittarius. Any other messages for Sagittarius? What is the message here for Sagittarius? You keep getting 7. You may have some options in front of you soon. Some of you have had opportunities in front of you, but you've decided at this point, I'm going to stay the fuck away from them. I don't want to go towards them. I don't want to put work into them. I'm cutting free of that bullshit. It doesn't make me happy. Fuck you. I don't want to communicate with you. Fuck you. I trust myself. Get that fucking cup away from me. And kind of accepted that shit. Celebrations. And because you feel like every time you try to commit to something, it's unhealthy. Or the person's unhealthy. Or it's not fitting. Or it turns to shit real fast. So your reading's showing up for you. You got the tough love reading on so far. Yours is kind of like, I don't know. Yours is just the way it is. Here we go. Anything else for Sagittarius? Ooh. What do we got for you? Sag's energy. You may not want to worry about being guarded or focusing on who you can't trust. You may want to work more on yourself or your own independence or career or money. Career and money a lot. I feel like things that you couldn't trust, you're trying to soar away from or get away from. You're not trying to think about them. You're trying to cut free of them. You're not really worried about options at this time. Queen of Wands. You're more worried about security and outcomes ahead of you than you're worried about relationships at this time, is what it's showing me. Because they were too damaging, and you're tired of being this, feeling like you got to be the strength or see through solutions. And you know what's fucked about that is you showed up right after, and I felt like I was speaking to you. Here we go. What do we got? The Magician and the Princess of Cups. Just give it time, be patient, practical, and come back to reality with what's good for you. And when you're ready, you'll go towards it, or you'll let it come towards you, vice versa. Because right now, Princess of Wands in reverse makes me feel like you're not doing that. 7 of Wands, when it comes to the investment, you don't want to get stuck in a situation you feel like you can't invest in. You're leaving it behind. You're keeping it 8 of Cups in the dirt, in the dust, behind you. You're not going towards it. You've made up your fucking mind. You don't feel like it's emotionally the right way to go towards a situation. Your mind's made up. That's what I got for you. You ain't playing with that shit. You feel like you got truth and clarity, and that's enough of the work you need to start manifesting what you want. That is what I see for you, Sagittarius. Your reading, if I had to name your reading, it's I don't trust a bitch kind of energy. Like, well, it was a little bit like, back up. Just a little bit. Keep picking up the fucking empty pad. I'll save those. I got half a cigarette. Capricorn gets a quarter of a cigarette. This goddamn squeaky chair. Don't mean it. Here we go. Capricorn. Oh, that shuffle was loud. Capricorn. Capricorn. What do you got? What needs to be said to Capricorn? What needs to be said to Capricorn? Let's find out. All right. What is the message for Capricorn? Just one more. Let's see how this goes. What do you get? What is the message for Cap? Okay. Why? Jeez. Oh. It's gonna be a hard one, and like it's gonna be like probably it's yours or it's not. That really, that's how I feel about this. The Emperor reversed the High Priestess. When it comes to trusting people or situations, you've left them alone. You've left them out. Definitely left. This is outed energy. You don't even like to think about it or try to worry about that shit mentally. Whether you got clarity or not is what I see too. Whatever. Here we go. You made up your fucking mind. It was like you weren't going to be blindfolded to a decision. It could have been around a love situation too, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, maybe Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's go. But there's no communication, forward movement, no action. It was something that it was like two people came together or emotionally invested in a situation. It shows at one time. There was a time frame in this Fool card, but they don't do that anymore. They're looking to give love or invest somewhere else. Maybe they just outgrew that shit. I don't feel like offers though have been something that have been showing up for you or that you've been going after that like crazy. The World, Death card, you, and Judgment. When it comes to celebrations, you have the power to manifest them, but you got to want to go out and get them. That's what it tells me. Because it tells me you're not doing that. I knew it. You're not fucking doing that. I didn't know the Ten of Cups was going to be reversed. You're not doing it. And you should be doing it. Take the energy and the time for yourself and for your potential partner. Whoever you dealt with in the past, air, fire, water sign, you knew you couldn't trust them or invest in them. You emotionally felt closed off, or like there were other people in the way, or they were going towards a different new beginning, and you weren't sure if you could trust that reality with the situation. So you didn't want to put work or effort into it at all. You stopped. You stepped off. You stepped off is what it's telling me, Capricorn. We're gonna go to the other cards. You step back, or they step back. Somebody stepped the fuck back, and the communication just stopped. Here we go. What's the card that hit the table? Just for Capricorn. What's the card that hit the table? Knight of Cups. Why is that here? Why is that here? Capricorn. What do you want them to see? I feel like it's about, this makes me feel like embarking on a new energy or a journey and foundation, emotional connection. Basically like the yin and yang of balance. I feel like you've been in separation from putting work or effort into it for a while as well, with what the cards tell me. It doesn't stop you from wanting to manifest it. I just don't see you putting the work into it. I feel like you've cut away from it. That may need to be what you change. Here we go. Show me more for Cap. Jeez, we're starting left. You're not playing with it, it says. What's the next card? You made up your mind, but I feel like that's what you're missing. Look at the next two cards. Ten of Pentacles, Lovers. Ten of Pentacles, Lovers. Invest, opening up emotionally, finding it, making the decision. This is where you may have been. You've been at like a let me not, and I don't feel like entertaining this right now kind of energy. I'm not taking the risks. I'm not moving forward kind of energy. That's what it's showing me. Not stressed about it, just not emotionally being open to it, saying, not being confused, not being hurt either. Just not entertaining it. Why would you slow down your happiness or the action you could have with your happiness? I don't know. I really don't know. The world. It's time to probably set a new direction and put work and energy into that. You know what I mean? Maybe some of you just haven't found the right person. It could be something as simple as that. Here we go. Show me something else for Capricorn. What is the message for Capricorn? What do we got for Capricorn? Well, that came slamming out. You don't come off guarded either about like the options that you know that you could go towards. You just don't put the work in it, it's telling me. That's what needs solutions. You stay out of it. You don't rush towards these victories. Maybe you've waited a while before you've moved towards it, or you felt like you could trust it. Ten of Wands, Strength card, Four of Pentacles. You put more security in your own lifestyle, in your Maybe it could have been the way you were raised or your upbringing, but to me, it comes off like you just stopped putting work in it, saying, because a lot of it's because you didn't trust it. It's either you didn't trust it or you didn't trust them. Some shit like that. Nine of Pentacles, and there you are, putting more work into your own shit. All right, that's what I see for you guys. So if I can get you anything else, show me something else for Capricorn. Something completely fucking different. What else you got for Capricorn? Give me a different fucking message, please. Start with the left to the right. It's about working. It's about not feeling like you need to keep yourself caged or guarded. It's about moving out of that energy and surfacing and taking on the options that you could probably move towards. Or could move towards you. Some shit like that. I think that's what the homework you need, the investment, because that brings in the happiness. It's the lack of love, committed energy, or even going towards it. Putting Prince of Wands, it's putting work towards it, trying again, energy. And I feel like it's time to take action. Queen of Swords. You've waited long enough type energy. I couldn't even get out of that. Your message is more of what you don't see coming. It wasn't really what you don't see coming. It's what you should try to focus on that could change to better an outcome of peace or happiness, unless you just want to live and die alone. Some people just like that. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. So that's what you like. But here we go. If that's you, we're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? In a second. I can't believe the Red Bull. I got Red Bull in my eye. If you just watch like a Capricorn and you don't watch all the other signs and shit, I got Red Bull in my eye while going. This shit didn't turn red. I thought it was gonna turn red as fuck. Here we go. But it splashed pretty good. Aquarius. You feel like somebody stopped talking or communicating with you for some of you, or just emotionally didn't give a shit about you. You also give me an energy where you may have felt like they ran or gave their cup to another. They don't talk to you. They don't give you attention anymore. I feel like you wanted to figure out if you could bring it back towards you. The investment, you wanted the offer to come back, it's telling me, but I don't think it did. I don't think this person did. And it's probably for a good reason, because when it comes to this celebration, could you really trust this individual? Because I don't think you could. It's telling me no matter what you did, it was going to be taken up. It was going to be removed from you regardless. This is removed energy. This is somebody who's got some more emotional baggage or healing that needs to be taken in perspective. Judgment. Somebody still needed to face the music of how they treated others, like they treated you in past relations. I don't feel like the person really sacrificed staying serious with just one. Something about there's more than one here. Hermit, action, drama. There's too much fucking drama. Maybe they thought more with their fucking dick than taking other responsible actions. And they showed up very little for you, or they didn't help you financially, is how you'll probably identify this person in this reading. All right? And it could have been a male that did this to you. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? I think right now, what's good for you is starting a new beginning and staying focused on your security, your balance, more than anything. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to tell you right now. Don't let anybody take your peace. Keep them at a distance. You know what I'm saying? If they were taking your peace, if they were anchoring your happiness, cut them out, stay at a distance. If they weren't fighting for you, it's better that this situation changes, that you move out of it, because that gives you truth and clarity, even if it hurts at first. Eventually, you'll get out of that fucking hurt. You got to be patient with the pain of it. Eventually, you'll come out and you'll want to socialize again. You'll want to move forward. Maybe you'll find somebody that values you the way you value them, my dear Aquarius. Yeah. Here we go. I really gotta. I don't think I have any down here, do I? If I do, it's on the other side. I don't have any WD. That'd be in my shed. Shit. Here we go. Let's go. Aquarius. What do we got for you? I don't know, but somebody was hurt on a situation, and it could have been a fire sign that hurt you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Saying fire or mostly water or earth. Fire, water, or earth sign had hurt you, or was very guarded with you, or emotionally they hurt you. Somebody may have hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And I think you're aware of it. It was hard to let go of with a wheel in reverse. It might have confused you till you recognize it's unhealthy. Somebody really wanted this one to be the one. Queen of Swords. But are you hearing from them? Probably not. Probably not. They're not putting any work and effort towards it. Queen of Pentacles reversed. But you were hoping they would communicate. Wait, you'll be waiting forever. It ain't worth waiting. And you won't get the truth out of this bitch. It ain't worth it. And it ain't worth being upset. It's worth moving on and finding somebody that's going to connect with you and share that cup and not make you feel left out in the fucking cold. Straight up. Find a king. Not a fucking, like a frog or a fucking prince who's got a lot of work to figure out. Somebody that's going to nurture you and take care of you. Somebody that's going to treat you right. And I feel like that's your message. You need to stay on par with somebody that'll treat you right. It's telling me you dealt with a lion ass fire sign or air sign. Maybe earth sign. Could have been a fire, air, or sign. Some lion ass mother some bitch. Five of Wands. And it's better not to be in your emotions or your feelings over the situation. I'm seeing a lot of fire energy, and it's a lot of Sagittarius energy. It doesn't have to be. There's Leo energy. There's the devil. That could be Capricorn, but I just feel like it was unhealthy, is what that's saying. And it needed to stop. And you needed to put work and trust and more energy in yourself and let this go. Six of Cups reversed. Not be emotionally bonded or attached to it anymore. Completely let it go. Completely dump out the cup. That's what I see for you, Aquarius. Somebody really got to you. This is what your reading just showed me. They really had you. They locked in that charm or that charisma, or they had you in a place that might have been hard to get out of, or the connection to them. It's just you were really into it. This could be the cross watcher, but I feel like it was you more than them. Here we go. Anything else for Aquarius, real quick? Anything else for you? The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? What do you want me to say to Aquarius? Show me a good message or any message that needs to show up for Aquarius. It's just telling me what you went through. I don't know how else to say this. It's showing me you kind of opened up your eyes or seen through the bullshit. Definitely seen through the bullshit. Prince of Wands reversed. That's lack of communication. That's lack of maturity. But with that Hermit, it's like you've seen it. Temperance, you waited around for a situation that you thought was going to bring in happiness, it's telling me. The Sun card here. Queen of Wands, Sun card. Whether it could have been, like I said, it could have been a fucking Sagittarius, a Leo, Aries. Could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, whatever sign it was. But whoever this was, it gives me an energy where this right here is you're probably supposed to release it. Give it back. Don't stay in it. Six of Wands to the Moon. That victory, I feel like you became aware you were emotionally never going to get what you wanted. It was always going to hurt. It's always going to hurt or cause too much hurt. And that's not fair balance. I don't think that's fair. Princess of Pentacles reversed. And you knew that it wasn't going to put enough work or effort to trust it. It wasn't. Ace of Pentacles is reversed as well. Double nose. Two of Pentacles. You might have had to make a decision. And who had to make a decision? You had to be strong for yourself, Aquarius. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. That's your messages. We'll move on to Pisces. All right. Pisces. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I can't believe I made that Red Bull last till Pisces. Ain't the coldest anymore, but still here. Pisces. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Pisces? The Magician. The King of Wands. Woo, you got a lot of good energy, but at the same time, you have the Magician, the King of Wands. You have the Queen of Swords. You got the three. I feel like you moved into more power, like a power stance for yourself. I feel like that was clarity and action you saw fit for yourself. Some of you recognize I don't need anybody to make me happy. You come off powerful right now. That's fucking crazy powerful. You're like, I don't need anybody's stability to be solid. Shit, I would love to invest in a new beginning, but I don't fucking have to worry or participate in the structure of creating a situation right now. Hold up. Show me more. What else is here? And you might have had a hard time with a fire sign commitment or a water sign commitment or an earth sign commitment. Don't communicate with them anymore. A lot of it had to do with trust or feeling like when it came to going towards it, if somebody wanted to come towards either you and you turn them down or either you turn somebody down or somebody to turn you down. It looks like you may have turned somebody down. Definitely. Could have been a fire or water sign that you turned down. They were really wanting to get towards you or emotionally connect with you, achieve something with you with that Queen of Pentacles. I don't feel like you were emotionally connected to that or into it. You give me an eye, I looked away. Not for me. It's not who I. You may not have been in love with him or attracted to him. May have been still coming out of being upset or at the last phases of being upset of somebody else you dealt with or a couple people that upset you that you had dealt with prior. The World, the Knight of Cups reversed. You just may not have felt like love is the thing to pursue right now. Emotionally, I don't think you were rejecting it. I think you were just staying away from it. The Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Swords. You're going to be very careful and calculated with who you communicate with next because of what you've seen, who you let come towards you or you move towards. Because that last situation could have been an air, fire sign, maybe water sign, but whatever. Maybe earth sign. Everybody, I'm going to say fire, water, earth. Excuse me. Fire, water, air. Whatever it was, fire, air. Could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For some of y'all, whatever this bullshit is, I feel like you knew it wasn't going to be worth investing or putting effort into anymore. You got away from it. Or you were happy when it got away from you. It's one of the two. And you've kind of been slow on taking offers or getting out socially, going towards any risks. Those Fool's reverse. You've been patient with that, not trying to build that, staying at a distance. And you're aware that you're doing that. You know that that's what you need right now. Doesn't mean you don't communicate with people. It just shows me you don't fully invest past like a platonic relationship at this time. That's what I see for you so far. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep going. What do we got? What do we have? What do we got for you? Pisces. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Pisces? What do you want to say to the Pisces? Show me something for the zodiac sign Pisces. The Fool. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool card here? Show me the message. You may be doing your own fucking thing. I feel like this tells me somebody may approach you. This is approachable energy. You're going to have somebody that wants to approach you while you're doing your own shit, not even focused or paying attention to it. Blindside you, show up for you that you could be very unexpected for some of y'all. Well, that's in like the next 3 to 6 months or over the summertime, some shit like that. Here we go. Four of Wands reversed, Four of Pentacles. You may have to emotionally make a decision if you want to move towards it or emotionally go towards it. It's about opening up towards this shit. Hold on. You just might do it. You might do it, but I think if you do go towards it, or you do want to trust it as a victory, you go towards it very slow. Very slow. That's the action it's showing me you'll take. Slow approached. You won't rush this shit. You'll really be attentive or looking for any flaws, like right off the bat. If you feel like this person, clarify the 5 of Cups in reverse. If you go towards somebody that, like, at first you think it's going to bring happiness, but it comes back and it does like a replay, or it brings you back to something you've already rehearsed or dealt with in a previous relationship, emotionally, it may put you in like, nope, I'm not moving towards this kind of energy. I'll wait for another option that'll balance me out. I don't know. I feel like if you see anything that, you'll be looking for like red flags, basically. That's how I feel. You'll be looking for that shit in the dark, kind of. You'll know. Queen of Pentacles, Princess of Wands, and then you'll cut out of it. You'll get away from it. You won't move forward and put work in it. It's telling me, because you want somebody that, like, it's almost like you want somebody. I don't feel like you're gonna nitpick a person, but you're gonna be looking to make sure you're not repeating shit in the next person you go towards like this. You damn well know it too. I feel like you already know that now. Here we go. You don't come off too upset or stressed out right now. Clarify anything else I need to see for you. You've made up your mind not to let things stress you out. Health may be a factor that you focus on for a little while too. Your health, or bettering your health, however you need to do so. I don't see you emotionally opening up anytime soon towards a lover. It's going to take a little while before you open that door, before you trust the investment, before you even think about playing with that energy again. That energy of love. I do think you'll do it. Just think it's going to take you a little while. Show me anything else. Pisces. What is the message for Pisces? You'll find something that sparks your interest. You will. Ace of Wands and Strength card. You will find something that makes you happy or sparks your interest. You will do that soon. All right. Maybe like 3, 6 months, 8 months. You don't come off stuck. You know that. You definitely know you're not stuck. I don't feel like you're stuck on anybody or stuck on the fact that you can't go towards it. I just feel like you're sitting pretty, waiting for the right thing to come towards you, or wanting to know that it's worth action and that it's not something that you have to worry about not being able to trust. Here we go. Some of you had a hard time, it's telling me, with a water or fire sign. This is what I have for all of you. I hope you all enjoyed these readings. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to give Pisces a little bit more and we're going to be done. You waited the longest. You get these cards right here real quick. I'll give you like 6 of them and that's it. Maybe 8. Show me one more message for Pisces and that's it. One more. What do we got for you? Show me something they need to see. Slow with communication and security. Definitely going to be slow with that. You're not going to just open up to anybody, and you're not going to let anybody in to hurt you, and you're okay with that, doing things on your own. The Fool reverse, the Page of Swords, is you not connecting with the security. 8 of Wands, not worrying about building a situation and knowing about this. You're okay with being at a distance. 3 of Wands is distance energy. May have had to stay away from a fire sign or a water sign. Could have been a Leo, Sagittarius. It could have been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And now you want change and balance. And that's where you're at. And that's what you're seeking. That's what you're seeking. Good for you. I gave you a little bit more than 7 or 8. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed these readings. Have a safe rest of the week, and I will catch you soon. All right. Remember to hit the like button on your way out. And if you like the content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I will catch you the next time. All right, everyone. Have a good night.